every day. So I hope you guys are feeling strong by now and do keep continuing to exercise, keep out the good efforts because it's ultimately for your health. And yeah, I think at this point we all realize that health is the most important thing for all of us. So without delay, I'm going to start. So let's start by doing some breathing exercises first. Early in the morning, and it's raining outside, so let's just relax and try to focus our mind to our body to get the most out of your workout today. Okay, so I'm going to start by having my hands on my rib cage. So here you can see that I am just keeping my fingers quite close to each other. So when I'm going to inhale, I will want to actually see more rib cage movement. That means you're going to feel your rib cage expanding to the sides and to the back. And as you exhale, you're going to breathe out through the mouth and think of engaging the deep abdominal muscles in your abdominal cavity. All right, so from here, I'm going to do it together with you guys. Inhale now, take a deep breath in through the nose. See my ribcage expand. Exhale now, breathing out through the mouth. Feel the abdominal muscles clenching a little. All right, let's do it for 3 more times. Inhale, breathing in. And exhale out through the mouth. Imagine you're blowing like a row of candles. All right, last 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale out through the mouth again. Engaging those deep abdominal muscles. Last one here, inhale. And exhale, breathing out. Very good. Now from here, let's start by lying down. Okay, so getting down on the mat, just don't fall asleep. Okay, so from here, I'm going to stay in my neutral pelvis. So if you guys have been following me, I think you guys should remember what neutral pelvis is by now. Okay, so that means it's embracing the best position of your pelvic plane. So that is also embracing the natural curvature of your spine. All right, I'm going to have my hands just behind on my hip bones and my fingertips on my pubic bone. And this triangular plane that I'm outlining, it should be parallel to the floor. So I'm just going to relax my arms to the sides first. Inhale, I'm going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Again, think of expanding my rib cage. As I exhale, I'm going to tilt my pubic bone higher than my hip bones and sort of press my lower spine down into the mat. Okay, inhale now. Let's go back to your neutral pelvis. Exhale now, breathing out. Abdominal muscles start to shorten a little. And now you go to imprint, all right? Last 3 breaths, inhale. And exhale out. It's about feeling, all right? It's not just the movement. Last 2 breaths, inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. Good job, everyone. Last one here, inhale. Although I can't see you guys. Exhale now out through the mouth, breathing out. Good. Now you're allowed to stay on the imprint for the next few exercises. Okay? So we're going to start by warming up the upper abdominal area, placing your hands behind your head, keeping your elbows kind of wide, not too wide, just about 45 degrees out would do. All right? Feet on the floor, legs are parallel to each other, holding the imprinted pelvis. Inhale, I'm going to take a deep breath here. Exhale, now I'm going to start to drop my chin towards my chest, start to lift my head up, go into a little crunch, and see where's your highest today. All right, you're not supposed to sit up, so your ribcage is not coming off the mat. You're just lifting your shoulder blades off. Okay, inhale now, let's go back down to return. Let's go for 5 here. Exhale, curling out for 2. All right, inhale and lower. 3 more times. Exhale and 3. Early in the morning, you might start to see your abs tremble. Exhale 4, because it's not warmed up yet. Okay. Last one here. Exhale 5. Let's stay there. So I'm just going to lift my left leg off to tabletop. Now, while I'm lifting off my leg, I'm focusing on keeping the body really stable. Okay. Inhale, we take a deep breath. Exhale, now start to lift my right heel off and switch legs. 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch for 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch for 3. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, switch for 4. Let's do 8 times in total. And 5. and 6, and 7. Last one here, and 8, slow and steady. Now bring both legs down, lower the body down, and rest. Ooh, that was already a little bit of a warm-up. Now, let's try toe tap. So I am going to keep my lower spine pressing down into the mat. Bring one leg up to tabletop, and lift the other leg up to tabletop. Now, I am going to reach my feet away from my body in a while, but make sure you're not doing this. Okay, so you're not flexing your knee more or bending your knee more just to get to the floor. You are keeping that 90-degree bend in your knees, and you're just trying to reach far away. Okay, we are going to do this in a curl out position again. So let's try. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, curling up, chin to chest. Good. Now your abdominal muscles are working to hold you up here. Now I'm going to tap one foot down towards the floor. 1. Inhale, left. Exhale, the other side down. 2. Inhale, up. We do 8 in total. 3. So if you're looking at your body, do me a favor. Try to see how stable your body is. 5. It should not be dipping down side to side. 6. 2 more, and 7. Last one, and 8. Good. Coming back in. Lower the body down. Keep your legs up at tabletop. Now we are going to attempt to have 2 sets of toes tapping towards the floor. All right, you might not touch, but it's okay so long you're reaching down in that direction. All right, inhale, we take a deep breath again. Get ready. Exhale, curling up. Now, hold your legs together. Tap down 1. Oh, I'm trembling. And tapping down 2. And tap 3. So if you're not tapping, that's fine. Just reach your feet away for 4. 5. 6. I hope the camera is not zooming in on me. 7. And last one here, 8. Lift it up. Lower the body down. One leg down, the other leg down. Okay, now let's go into a full Pilates exercise. That was just like a warm-up, a little bit of a regression. Now let's go into the full single leg stretch. All right, so I'm going to keep my hands behind my head just in case some of us have neck tension, and I don't want that to happen. You don't want to walk out the exercise feeling strain all over your neck and your shoulders. Okay, so hands will stay behind your head. Inhale, let's bring your legs up to tabletop again. Now we are going to start to straighten one leg in the air in a while, all right? So when you start to do this action, some of us don't like to fully straighten the leg. So sometimes I see my clients doing this, like they just extend the leg and leave it hanging there. I'd like you to engage all muscles in your legs when you lengthen it. Okay, so from here, let's try. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, curling up. Chin towards your chest. Try to hold it there. Try not to go any lower throughout the exercise. Now from here, inhale. Exhale, left leg forward, 1. Inhale in, exhale, right leg forward, 2. And 3. And 4. Straighten and lengthen those legs, 5. 6. 2 more, and 7. Last one, and 8. Good. Come back in. Lower down for a quick break. And now we challenge ourselves for 2 legs. Getting ready. Inhale, big breath in again. Exhale, curling up. Now, let's extend both legs out. 1. Inhale to bend. 8 reps for 2. Inhale, return. 6 more. 3. And 4. Remember to breathe. 5. 6. I know I'm making a lot of little sounds here because I'm feeling the work. And last one here, 8. Come back in. Lower the body down. Rest your legs, 1 and the other one. Okay, when you do it slowly and in control, you really, really feel the muscles, and you really feel everything in your body. Okay, I'm sure you feel it in your body. Now we're going to progress again. So earlier on, I extend both legs out to a diagonal. Now I'm going to reach my hands up towards the ceiling at the same time. So I'm going to take the support off my neck. Okay? Now, let's bring our legs up to tabletop again one more time. So now we do the full, what we call in Pilates, double leg stretch. Inhale, taking a deep breath. Exhale, curling up. You can keep your hands behind your head, or you can keep your hands here, beside your knees. All right, now inhale, I'm going to extend my legs, extend my arms up towards the ceiling, not behind you. All right, and now inhale, come back in. Exhale, 2. Inhale to return. Exhale, 3. Inhale back. Exhale, 4. Inhale to return. 5. You have 3 more. 6. Last 2 here. 7. Last one here, and 8. Come back in. Lower down, rest your neck. Rest your legs down. Today I'm very kind. I give you a lot of breaks. All right, now we are going for scissors. So the leg movement will look like that. Legs up, and you lower one leg down towards the mat, and you switch. So when you keep your legs straight, it's a little more challenging for your hip flexors to hold the legs up and to maintain your core stable. So you need to really focus on body still very still, and you're just moving the legs up and down slowly. Okay, hands will go behind your head again one more time. Inhale, we take a deep breath. Legs up to tabletop. Exhale, curling up. Now, both legs straight out. Inhale, let's come down 1. And now we switch. And 2. And switch. 3. Switching. And 4. And we switch. 4 more. 5. And switch. 6. And switch. Last 2 here, 7. And switch. Last one here, 8. And switch. Good. Come back in. Lower down. Rest. And relax. Last exercise for yours, lying down abdominal series. We are going to do obliques. Okay, so when we talk about obliques, it means the side muscles around your waist. We want to really get that in. But make sure when you are twisting and turning, your pelvis, that means your lower half of your body, stays very, very stable. All right, it's all about engaging the deep muscles to maintain stability. You start to rock all over, that means you're not engaging enough. All right? And so go behind your head. Last lying down exercise. Okay, legs up to tabletop. Press the spine down into the mat. Inhale, we take a deep breath. Exhale, curling up. Now, once you're ready, we're going to extend your left leg out again. Reach your left elbow towards your right knee, making sure my lower half of my body stays level. All right? Inhale, come back in. Exhale, switch to the other side. 1. Return. 2. Back. And 2. Return. 3. Back. And 3. Return. 4. Inhale. 4. You have 4 more sets. 5. 5. 6. Twist. Last 2 here, 7. And twist. Last one here, 8. And twist. Good job. Come back in. Lower down. Relax. And rest. Okay, now let's put our hands behind your legs. Swing yourself to sit up. All right? So earlier on, we were working on a lot of your upper, middle abdominals because we are initiating the movement from upper body. Now we are going to start to roll back. So you start to activate your lower abdominals a little bit more, as well as your hip flexors, because it is working while you're sitting in that position. Okay, so now let's get into what we call a half roll back. So we're going to sit up tall. Keep your legs parallel to each other. And once you mark the parallel position, try not to draw your knees together, because that will mean you are using your inner thighs to, take some challenge of the exercise. So you're supposed to maintain as level as possible. All right? Arms out to the front, sitting up tall. lengthening out from your tailbone, and shoulders not stressing out. You are relaxing your shoulders, pushing them down away from your ears. Inhale, we take a deep breath. Exhale, now I'm going to start to tuck my tailbone under, start to scoop my abdominals, mainly the lower abs, middle abs, roll back down to where I am stable. All right, inhale, now slowly lengthen up to return. It's all about moving the entire spine for whatever we do. Exhale, breathing out. Some of us work 8 hours a day and we tell ourselves to sit very, very tall. But if you're someone who sits very tall the whole time without moving your spine gets stiff, and that's not good for the body. All right, exhale now. Let's tuck your tailbone, roll back down for 3. You want a body that is able to move in all directions, to do anything you tell it to do. 4. And you're strong all over to do that. Okay, last 3 here. Exhale, 5. Inhale to return. Keep your feet firmly grounded. Exhale, 6. Inhale to return. Last 2 here. Exhale. Tuck your tailbone. So you're only going to roll down as far as you can. Keep your feet firmly on the floor. Inhale, now we lengthen up. Last one here. Exhale, 8. Good. You can hold it there for a while and see how you feel. Basically, you have to use a lot of your abs to stay in this position. Okay, now we are going to introduce turning. So let's come back up first. Now we are going to rotate the body. Okay, so what I do in a while, you'll see I'm going to roll back first and twist my upper half of the body to reach my left hand towards the back of the mat without clenching up or changing any position. Shoulders are not tense up too. You are trying to stay as relaxed as possible. Everything is back to your abdominals. Okay? So let's do it together. Arms out to the front, shoulder blades down, lengthen your spine. Inhale, we stay here. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll the spine down. Find your stable seated half roll back position. Inhale, now reach your hands back. And again, not stressing your shoulders. There should be minimal tension. All right, inhale, come back in. Exhale, now sit up tall to return. Now let's turn to the other side. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll the spine down. Inhale, reach. And exhale back. And now inhale to sit up tall. Let's go again. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Make sure the first exercise we're doing, you maintain, all right? Reaching away, arms back. And now sit up tall to return. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to return. Last 2 here. Exhale, 5. Inhale to reach. Exhale to return. Inhale, sit up tall. Last one here. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll back. And now inhale, reach your hands away. Exhale, come back in. Sit up tall to return. Now let's join the challenge for you. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll the spine back down. Reach your hands away. Now we try to pulse and reach a little bit further. And let's go for 6, 5, 4. Check your position. 3. Knees are not touching. 2. And 1. Come back in. Sit up tall. The other side. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll the spine down. Inhale, reaching away. And now you pulse again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into center. Sit up tall to return. Okay, I'm giving our legs a little break first. So we are going to sit cross-legged just in case you feel the hip flexors around here, where the fold of your hip joint, you feel it clenching up. It's normal. Okay, so we're just going to relax a little. We are going to go back to that position. So I need a little bit more of you seating like this. Okay, now inhale. Let's stay here again. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. Now let's roll back just a little. Lift one leg up to tabletop. Now find your stability. Sitting on your sit bones, lift the other leg up to tabletop. Now from here, I'm going to stay as stable as possible. Relax my arms. Just sit like this. If you can still talk, you can still laugh, still do anything around the house, that's perfectly fine. Drink water. Okay? Now, you should be very stable here because that means you are using your abdominals sufficiently to hold and just to balance, right? It requires a lot of strength here. So now I am going to ask you to bring your hands back, support yourselves. Now inhale, we are going to try to straighten one leg out. One, like kicking in the air. The other leg, 2. And 3. And 4, finishing. Last 2 here, 5. Last one here, 6. Good, now let's bring both legs up. 1, 2. So it takes a lot to maintain the leg at this height. 4, you feel it in your hip joint again. Last 2 here, 5. Last one here, 6. Hold it there. See whether you can take your hands away. Hold it for 6, 5, 4. Shaking. 3, 2, 1. And now come back in. Ooh. Sit and relax. Okay, if you feel it in your hip joint, what you can do is, we're going for a little commercial break. You just sit in a pigeon pose, all right, and let it stretch out. Okay, so we'll stop for a quick break and we'll come back for more core and Pilates exercises. Hello guys and welcome back. So now we are going to get into the working the sides of the body and also focusing a little bit on inner thighs to start off with. Okay, inner thigh muscles are so important, right? Some people have what we call very turnout legs. So if you walk and you realize your legs are like forming a V shape, walking like this, that means, your inner thigh muscles could be a little weaker. So we're going to start off by lying down on the sides, working your inner thighs. I'm going to get into a side elbow plank position. Just kind of relax. Place your elbows directly under your shoulders. I'm going to have my left foot on the mat. Legs turn out slightly. Straighten my right leg out. Now, before we start the exercise, let's angle ourselves first. Starting position is very important because you need to set yourself up for success, right? So when you're here, making sure you're not sinking your hips back. Your pelvis is in one open plane, perpendicular to the floor. Right? My elbows are right under my shoulders. I'm not sinking. I am pushing sufficiently from under my ribs to hold it up. Now my right leg is long, toes and knees pointing forward. Okay, now this exercise you may not have good range, but let's try just to lift up a little bit of your leg off the floor. So inhale, you're going to stay here. Exhale, now try to lift your right leg off the floor just a little teeny weeny bit. And now lowering down. Exhale 2. Inhale, lower. Think of using your deep abdominal strength to create a lift, if that makes sense. 4. Everything starts from here before we connect into the muscles that's actually working. 5. And 6. Shoulders are not sinking. And 7. So you're warming out the shoulders. Let's do 10 here. 8. Last 2 and 9. Last one here and 10. Hold it there. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When this is working, you feel a little bit of stretch here. Am I right? Okay, now we are going to get you to change your position. So bend your right knee and you're going to straighten your left leg. Inhale, I'm going to stay here. Exhale, I'm going to use the outside of my right thigh to push me up away from the floor. So now we are in a supported on your elbow side plank. Okay. Now you are working the side of your body here to push you up. So we need to maintain that. Let's do 5 dips first. 1, down, 2, pushing more into the shoulder to create a lift from the side of your pelvis, side of your thighs. 4. Last one here, 5, holding it there. Now let's bring our hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, from here you're going to hold that position. Just lift your top leg up. 1, without moving the bottom. 2, 3, 4, let's do 10 here. 5, 6, shoulders not sinking. 7, 8, last 2 and 9. Last one and 10. Good. Now let's lower that leg down. Put your left hand behind your head. Now let's challenge that shoulder joint a little more. So without moving your body, lower half stay still. You're going to rotate the top half towards down your elbow. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rotate 2. It's all about building that strength here, all right? And 3. So make sure when you twist, you're not sinking lower. You're still pushing yourselves away from the floor. 5, 6, last 2 here, and 7. Last one here, and 8. Come back in, lower down, sit up, and relax. Okay, we're going to come back to this side to do a full plank. So now let's go back to, let's go over to the other side first. Resting on my left elbow, my right knee is bent, and my left leg is long under my right leg. Shoulders are pushing away from the mat, and you are creating a good space between your body, your rib cage, to the surface. Right, inhale, we stay here, lounging position. Exhale, now let's try to focus on lengthening that leg. Keep it super long and lift it up. Okay, so what we are not doing is we're not bending it and try to lift. All right, you're keeping them super long. 2, like they're literally growing away from your body. 3, 4, 5. So isolated on those inner thigh muscles. 6, 7. If it's challenging for you, do more, all right? 9. Last one here, 10. You might realize my left foot is worse than my right. Now from here, you're just going to hold it there for 5, 4, feel it holding out. 3, don't let your hips rock back. 2, and 1, lower down. Whew. Rest. Okay, now let's change. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is straight. So as best as you can, try to open up the front of your pelvis. That means you are not keeping the knee in front, keeping the knee in line with your body. Okay, shoulders are going to push into the mat. From here, inhale, we stay. Exhale, now let's lift off. 1. Okay, now let's go down, tap the floor, lifting up. 2. Down. Lift up. 3. Down. Lifting up. 4. Down. And lifting up. 5. Hold it there. Right hand goes up towards the ceiling. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2, 9. Last one, 10. Good job. Now let's bring that leg down to rest. Hands will go behind your head. And now make sure you don't sink into the mat. Holding it up, you rotate. 1. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, minimal movement in your left shoulder joint. although you're twisting, but you should not feel like there's too much movement inside the joint, all right? 4, 5. So what I meant is you're not supposed to be sinking towards the mat. 6, 2 more, and 7. Last one here, and 8. Come back in. You might feel something starting to engage here or starting to feel tired. Lowering down to rest. Okay, rotate your shoulders. Just shake it out a little bit. We are going for a full side plank. So when I say a full side plank, it might sound very challenging because it's on our wrist. So if you have wrist pain, you can just focus on, not going into the full position. You can just do it on your elbows. Okay. But again, if you are going to a full one, you realize you have to support your whole body weight fully on one arm and one leg on the floor. It gets pretty challenging. Okay, now I'm just going to have my hands down on the mat first, starting to angle my position. Now I'm going to straighten my legs out and hold. Now, if this is too challenging to have two legs together, you can have one in front and one behind. Okay, now holding out into a side plank, I'm going to put one in front, one behind first. Okay, I'm going to dip my body down halfway, push it up, and think of creating a rainbow shape one. Inhale down. Don't worry, we're not doing too many. Exhale 2. All right, inhale down. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, push your body away from the mat. Last one here, down and up. Good. And now let's slow it down and relax. Okay, shake your wrist out for a while. I mean, it gets a little stressful for the joints. Okay, if that's okay for you, that's good. So sometimes if we don't have strong enough shoulder muscles, all right, to hold it up where we are here, a lot of the dead weight goes into your wrist, and that's where we start to feel the pain. Okay, so need to strengthen the wrist as well. Now let's take it out one notch. If that was okay for you, now we're going to add in a rotation. So I'm going to get back into my side plank again, palms on the floor, and you are going to come out as slowly as you can, lifting up. Good. Now top arm goes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, now you're going to rotate. Eyes looking down, and now inhale to open. Exhale, rotate, twist for 2. Inhale, opening up. 3 more. Exhale, 3. Ooh, my hand's shaking. Please don't zoom in. Exhale, 4. And now opening up. Last one here, 5. And now open, hold it there. And now we come back down to return. Can see my hands shaking too. Okay, now let's challenge the other side. Are you guys ready and still with me? Okay, now let's place our hands slightly away from the shoulder joint to start you off. It's a little bit more forgiving this way. Straighten your legs out. Hold it up into a side plank. Okay, again, I'm putting one leg forward, slightly easier. Dipping down. And now up and over like a rainbow. Good morning, everyone. Down and up. It's quite beautiful against the skyline. And I'm doing a nice rainbow arch here. Last 2. Pushing up and away. Last one here, down and up. Good. Now let's come back in and rest first. Whew. Okay, are you ready for the rotation? Just one more, and then we'll get you back to lying down again, okay? To work a little bit more on the posterior muscles. So now, let's get yourselves ready. Palms on the floor, and you are going to lift up. Last time, all right? Make sure your hips are not sinking back, pushing your pelvis forward. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, rotate 1. Opening up. 2. And open. 3 more. 3. Open. 2 more. 4. Open. Last one here. 5. And open up. Stay there. And now lowering down to return. Okay. enough for the shoulders for a while. We're going to get back to some planks later. Now we're going to get you to lie down on the mats again. Okay? Lying down. Now we're going to focus a little bit more on the posterior glute muscles. So today the exercise focus will be very much on some of the very basic mat exercises that we do in Pilates. Okay, if you can remember, it's good to regularly practice. Okay, now we're just going to have your feet closely bent towards your hips. And now from here, I'm going to maintain my neutral pelvis first. Have my pelvis parallel to the floor plane, arms down on the floor. Inhale, I'm going to take a deep breath here. Exhale, now go to imprint pelvis and start to roll the spine off from tail to head, coming up to your shoulder bridge position. Okay, so we call this shoulder bridge. You are just resting on your shoulder blades and your arms, and your glutes are working to push yourselves away from the mat. Inhale, we stay here. Exhale, now let's roll the spine down bone by bone. Then you return. You can totally put 2 cushions in between your knees and hold the parallel legs. That will give you more inner thigh engagement. Okay, let's do it again one more time. Inhale. Exhale, now let's imprint. Curl the spine up all the way. Right. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, now roll the spine down bone by bone. Come back through imprint and back to neutral. One last time here. Inhale. Exhale. Imprint. Curling up. And now we're going to stay here. All right. Let's bring your left leg up to tabletop. I'm going to cross my left leg around. So I want you to feel like you are opening up the front of your hip. Now from here, I'm going to lower the hip down until it's almost touching the floor. And I push it up for 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 2. Making sure when you lift and lower, your pelvis is still level. Okay, 4, 5, squeezing into that butt. And 6, last 2 here, 7, last one here, 8. Give it a good squeeze, hold it up there. Now let's unravel your left leg, hold it up, inhale, exhale, lift your left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Now dorsiflex your ankles, lower down to where your pelvis is still level. Inhale, point your toes to lift it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, point for 2. Let's do 8, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up. Last one here, 6. Sorry, 2 more. 7, point. Last one here, 8, and point. Good. Now let's bring your left foot down. Hold your hips up again. Cross your right leg over. Now working the left. Lowering down. Lift up. Squeeze your glutes for 1. Lowering down. 2. 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, last 2 here, 7, last one here, 8. Hold it there, unravel your right leg, point your right toes up. Dorsiflex lower, 1. Inhale, point. Exhale, 2. Point to lift. 3, point. 4, lift. 4 more, 5, 6, lift. Last 2 here, 7, lift. Last one here, 8, and lift. All right, bring your feet back. We're going to go for a quick commercial break now. Roll the spine down. All right, guys, let's take a quick break now for our second commercial break, and I'll come back on the last bit to finish up your back and your legs. Okay? I'll see you. Don't run away.
Try to find
welcome back, guys. So I have 2 more sequences to lead you guys through, and we are going to do some leg stuff. Something we need to, we are walking every day. You know, instead of sitting, you want your legs to be strong and you want your legs to be toned. So we are going to start by standing on the mat. I'm going to take a big step with my right foot back first. And make sure both sets of toes pointing forward, pelvis, shoulders, bodies looking to the front. Okay, I am going to lift my back heel up as high as I can. Let's do 3 times just to make sure you're getting in the full range of motion. Last one here, lower, you feel the stretch. You lift up, you feel like you are, standing strong. Okay, sorry, lost my balance. Okay, now from here, hands on your hips. You're going to bend the back knee to just bring both feet to bend at 90 degrees. Okay, inhale, stand straight up to return. Let's do 8 times, and 2. So the back knee is close to touching the floor, but it's not touching. 3, 4, just a little bit of footwork. 5, 6, last 2 here, 7, last one here, 8, and now up, big step in, relax. Okay, we change to the other side, so inhale, exhale, big step back with your left foot, both sets of toes pointing forward. Let's lower the heel down, lift it up, 1, 2, and up, 3. I kept losing my balance today. Okay, now keeping your left heel up. Now let's bend both knees. 1, up, 2, 8 times in total. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Last 2 and 7. Last 1 and 8. Good. Take a big step back. Return. Right now, we are going to do a normal squat. So legs are parallel to each other. I'm standing more towards the front. Later, we need to step back. Inhale, we stay here. Exhale, now let's drop the hips back. Knees don't go over your toes. It's all about alignment. Don't round your back to do a squat, okay? Always in a nice long spine. Neutral, squatting down. And now up. So when you start to do any kind of exercise, you really want to think about the form because it affects how your body remember movement. Okay, so when you're in a certain situation and the muscle memory kicks in, if you do it in a bad form, you'll be walking or doing normal stuff in a bad form too. All right, 7, 8, last 2 here, and 9. Last one here, and 10. Now I'm going to stay halfway in the squat. Okay, let's bring the right leg back. Lunge 1. Come back in squat. The other leg out, 2. 3. 4. And 5. And 6 in the middle. Make sure you give me a normal squat down. 7, squatting down. 8, squatting down. 9, and down. Last one here, 10, and down. Hold it down there. Pause 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, feel it, 2, and 1. Now hold it down there. Now let's step your right leg back. Okay, now body upright, front knees bend, back leg straight. Let's go with a little bit of rotation. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Right hand tap towards the floor. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, 2, and now return. 3, lean your body forward, tap the floor. 4, 4 more. 5, back. 6, up. 2 more, 7, up. Last one here, 8. And now return. Big step back, still in your half squat position. Left leg back, hands open. Inhale, exhale, reach 1, up, 2. So the key to stability, to balance, is your core has to be engaged while in motion. 5. So I'm using a lot of deep abdominal muscles. 6. Last 2, 7. Last one here, 8. Come back in, stepping back, and now we return. Okay, now we're going to go into the last segment, which is all on your back. Okay, a little bit of back muscles, because we realize that a lot of us are closing in when we are sitting at home. It's more important you keep your chest open, work your back muscles. Okay, now let's get you to lie down on the floor now. So, facing down, legs are long, and my hands are just going to be under my forehead. When I'm here, my legs are not relaxed, they're always engaged. More muscles engaged, the better it is. Okay, legs are turned out slightly wider than hip distance width. Push my pelvis into the mat, like I'm squeezing my butt muscles from the back. Okay, gently pull in your belly button. Now inhale, I'm going to lift my forehead up, arms up. Exhale now, lower down to return. Okay, inhale, hands up. And exhale now, down. And a few more, inhale. Legs up. Exhale and down. Just think of lifting your chest off about 2-3 inches away from the mat. 4. Okay, just 2-3 inches, not too much. 5. Down. Last one here, 6. Hold it just above the mat. Inhale, I want you to open your arms out, like circle to the sides of the body. Now focus on reaching your arms towards your heels. Exhale, come back in, don't move the body. 2. Now you should be keeping that same distance between your eyes to your mat. 3. Basically, it's just holding and just moving the arms. 4. Hold it. You should start to feel your upper back, middle back. 5. Last one here, 6. Coming back in. Lower the body down. Relax. Okay, now let's work into your glutes and lower back. So I'm going to open my knees wider, bend my knees, press my heels together, and dorsiflex my ankles. So if you're doing this, you may not press enough. I want you to fold your ankles to 90 degrees, squeeze your heels tight. Okay, now my head is going to rest and I'm going to look at the camera. From here, we are just going to squeeze the heels so tight together, like you're fighting with both legs. Now, after you squeeze your heels, you're going to squeeze your bums to lift your thighs off the mat. We do 8 times. 2, and 3, and 4. Now make sure you squeeze so hard, you feel like it's trembling. 5. 6. You're doing more for yourself, not for me. 7. Last one here, 8. You hold it there. Now lift your upper body up to join from the first exercise to your second. Now I'm going to straighten my legs in the air without touching the floor. Circle my arms to the side. 1. Come back in, squeeze my heels, return my palms to my forehead. 2. And back. 3. So I'm still not changing height in my chest lift. It's still the same. 4. 5. I need to find my heels every time I bend my knees in. 6. Thighs are not touching the floor. Last 2 here, 7. Last one here, 8. Good. Now let's bring our hands to the front. Now lower your arms and legs down. Now on the inhale, we're going to stay. Exhale. Lift both hands, both legs off the floor. As high as you can now. So inhale, lifting up. Ooh. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Now you should feel more lower back because it is where it is curving the most, right? 4. Last 4 here, 5. Okay, and 6. Last 2 here, 7. Last one here, 8. Hold it there. Now we go into swimming. Lower your right hand down slightly, left leg down slightly. And we switch 1, 2, 3. Go slow, coordination. 4, 5, 6. Last 2, 7, and 8. Come back in, lower down, and rest. Okay, last exercise, we are going to focus on sequentially extending the spine. All right? So when you focus on sequentially, that means you go bit by bit by bit. So you're not suddenly pulling everything up. All right. So now your leg stays on the floor. Arms will stay beside you, like you're trying to surrender to the floor. So we are going to do breaststroke, okay, like you're swimming. So inhale, lift your hands and chest off the floor, just a little. Exhale, straighten your arms. Circle your hands to the side. This time you lift your body up, up, and up as high as you can. All right, inhale, flex your elbows, lower down slightly. Exhale, circle, lift up. 1, 2, 3. And hold it there for 2 seconds. Come back in again. Straighten your hands up. Exhale, circle. 1, 2, 3. And now 3 more. 4. 2 more. 5. Last one here. And 6. Circle and left. Good. Now let's lower down. Push yourselves up. Go into a shell stretch. Sit back on your heels. Round the spine. You should feel the back muscles stretching out now. Okay, take a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And now slowly stack the spine up from tail to head to return. Okay, let's finish off with a little bit of planks again. So now we're going to go down on our elbows. So everyone, bring your elbows down to the front of the mat. Straighten your legs out. Think of connecting all the muscles that we worked earlier on. Your back, abdominals, glutes, all these muscles has to engage while you're doing a simple plank. All right, now going out, hold the plank. Keep your shoulders pushing away from the floor. Squeeze your bums. Feel your lower back working to prevent extension. Your abdominals working to prevent you sinking. And you're just going to hold it there. Feel the core. All right. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, don't come down. 1, just tap your left knee down and lift it up. 1, tap the right knee down. 2, body stay stable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 2, 9, last one, 10, both knees down, tap. 1, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 2, 9, last one, 10. Hold it there. Now we are going to do some commandos. So push yourselves up into a full plank. Lower down onto your elbow plank. All right, 2, up and down. 3, down. Keep your core tight. Try not to sway your hips too much. 4, by now should be a bit tired. And down. Last one here. And 5. And down. Hold it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lower the knees down. And now we return. Okay, let's do some stretch. And then we'll we'll finish today's workout after the stretch. Okay? So from here, let's sit up with your legs straight to the front. I better sit sideways. Whew. Okay, relax. Inhale. Keep your knees slightly bent if you want to sit up tall first. Hands up. Exhale. Now I'm going to slowly straighten my knees. Round my spine forward. Like I'm stretching towards my heels. You can pause a little bit to go a little further. Okay. And now 2 more times. And 1. Good. Stack the spine up to return. Now let's do a seated pigeon. I like it. Okay, earlier on, in case you guys didn't do it, we'll do it together. Now crossing my right leg in front. If your heels towards your pelvis is too easy, you can always keep it to 90 degrees in the front. All right? Push into your chest to lift yourselves up. Pull your abdominals in slightly so you're not like just arching your back too much. You want to pull it in to feel a stretch here. Okay, sitting up tall first, inhale. And 2 more times, breathing in. Last 1 time, inhale. Now we're going to stretch the front glute. So you're going to lean forward, elbows level. As in weight equal on both elbows here. Inhale, breathing in. Try to relax through the stretch. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, breathing in again. And exhale out. Last 1 time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Now let's change legs. So we're going to turn around. Sorry, the other leg back. Okay. And now choose how you want to bend the front knee. Chest up. So you can see I'm a little tight. I tend to want to arch my back too much. So I'm going to try to lift my hips off the mat slightly. Try to just keep the abdominals tucked in so I'm not overarching my spine. Use my hands to prop me up. Now just stay here for 3 breaths again. Inhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. So breathe in all the positivity in the room. Early in the week, we are doing great. And now we lean forward, elbows on the mat, stretch. So important thing when you're stretching, you have to make sure you're not tensing up too much. You have to consciously tell yourself to relax. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Last 1 breath. Inhale, breathing in and exhale out. All right. Okay, guys, so with that, I conclude today's workout. I hope you guys had fun and you all felt the work all over today. So this will be the last week that I'll be here for Get Active TV. I hope to have the chance to come back and, teach you guys again. If you have any comments or anything you would like to say to me, you can leave a comment on the Facebook comment section and I'll get back to you guys. All right? Thank you so much. Keep working out. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I wish everyone the best. Thank you. I'll see you all soon. Next time.